everyone, it's Kamila. I hope you're all having a great day. If you're new here on the channel, we mostly do speed builds, and today we are building a tiny house for a gardener. I'm not really used to do tiny houses. I don't do that very often. I guess I prefer to do bigger builds that are more challenging for me, and it's been a while since I did a tiny house, probably months. And I know I did a lot when I started my channel back in February last year, but yeah, I guess I just stopped them. At first I was doing a lot of them and also apartment renovations. I guess I kind of wanted to try things out when I started to see if the videos look good and all, but yeah. As I said, I'm not doing that a lot, but I just woke up the other day and had this idea of doing a tiny house for a gardener. I didn't have any specific idea in mind of what I wanted. I just knew I wanted a greenhouse for the sim living there and a lake right next to the house. I also wanted a lot of landscaping, of course, since it's for a gardener. So a lot of flowers, a lot of colors. But other than that, I didn't have anything in mind really. I wasn't sure of the color scheme that I would go for. I was hesitating between a colorful theme like this one that we ended up with, or something more timber framed that would fit the Windenburg vibe. This build is in Windenburg, but it's not going in the save file, so I thought it wasn't really important to make it fit the things around, the builds around. And I also asked my friend for advices, and she told me the colorful option was the best one. So we ended up with this yellow that we're seeing right now and the blue wallpaper from Island Living. The yellow one is base game if I'm not mistaken, and then I also changed the roofing for this kind of orangey pink-ish swatch that I really like, by the way. I felt like it was fitting the vibe that I wanted perfectly. And as you can see, we started the landscaping already because the house was super quick to come together, I guess. And I didn't end up with that specific look. As you know, I ended up with the blue, and there's some things that are changing. For example, the front window, I will pick the smaller version for the smallest wall height, but other than that, pretty much everything stays the same. For the flowers, I used a lot of different ones, so mostly base game ones. I have pink ones, yellow, orange. I don't have a lot of blue, but all the other colors are there. And I also used some Island Living flowers or trees, but I didn't use that much packs for the exterior, I guess. As you can see, I also did a pretty cool lake right next to it, and I will do some landscaping around it. I will put some rocks and some flowers, of course. So I really like how it ended up, and I won't do the whole exterior at first, so I will do the interior and then come back to the exterior. So you won't see the dining area that is outside at the beginning of the video, but I hope you will like it. And I will also add a dock on the top of the lake so your sims can go there and watch the view, I guess. And of course, the sim living there, boy or girl, really loves flowers and taking care of them. So I thought the person would probably make a living out of it. Maybe they are selling flower arrangements. I put the table that came with seasons in the greenhouse, so they can do that. But they probably can have every other carrier there's in the game if you end up downloading this house. The only thing I didn't include in the interior is a laptop, but I have a dining table, so you can put one there. For the interior, I went with something boho looking, and I really like the look of it. So the wallpapers are the same blue one that came with Island Living, like the outside, and also a white one that came with cats and dogs. So since the wallpaper and the flooring were white and it was pretty pale, I decided to go with colorful things for the rest and for the objects. So we have a orange oven and blue on the counters that came with island living too. And for the rest of the build, I really went all in with all the colors. There's even some purple. There's pretty much everything. So we have a small kitchen with everything you need, with a tiny fridge that came with Discover University. We have a double bed, but it's sticked to the wall, so there's only one sim that can live there unless you change the bed a little. There's enough space to change it, so it's up to you. We also have the dresser, and the bedroom is separated with a curtain, so there's no actual room separating the bedroom and the rest of the house. But of course we have 2 rooms since we count the bathroom. There's also a TV, a bookcase. Well, I used the tiny living TV, so it includes a stereo thing and a bookcase and a TV, so that's nice. The sim pretty much have everything they need. So I had a lot of fun doing this build. It was super nice. I never do tiny houses, as I said, so it was cool to try something different, and it was nice to do something so colorful. I really like doing colorful interiors, but this one is a little bit next level, I guess I could call it like that. I also really enjoyed doing the landscaping, and speaking of which, I thought of doing a landscaping tutorial. I'm not really sure yet, but I did kind of a list of the things that I could show. So let me know if it's something that interests you. I got some requests on Instagram, but I would like to know your opinions about that too. I have other videos planned, of course, but it's something that I thought could be nice to show you. But anyway, the next video is going to be the autumn apartment. It's the only one that is missing from the mini-series of the seasons themed apartments. If you didn't know, I'm doing those. So I already have the summer, winter, and spring one up on the channel. You can see all of them, and 2 of them are going in my save file. So if it's something that is interesting for you, definitely check that out. There are some of my last videos, so it won't be too hard to find. And after the autumn apartment, it's going to be another very special video. If you're not following me on Instagram, maybe you didn't know, but I'm planning a special video that is called Instagram Decides My Build. So I did some polls there, and everyone voted for their favorite choices. I made 8 questions total, I think. So everyone chose the style of the build and everything. So I can't wait to do this build and to show you the result. I don't know yet what it's going to look like exactly. I will have to look out for some inspiration pictures, but since I got all the answers, I just know it's gonna be modern, and I know basically the colors and some other informations that I asked for. So yeah. And I also forgot to mention that this house is a small house. So I know I'm writing tiny on the title, but it's not actually a tiny house if we are taking into account the tiny living pack. With tiny living, we got the micro home, the tiny home, and the small home. So the small one is 100 tiles, and I think I have 99 tiles. If we count the little deck that I will do for the lake. When you live in a tiny micro or small house, you have some very nice stuff that comes with it. I don't really know them by heart, but I think sometimes you can have some relationship gains or some stuff like that. So that's really cool. Maybe the house would have counted for a micro home or a tiny house if there wasn't such a big deck and a greenhouse. But I really wanted to have these features. I felt like it was making the house better. So I hope you don't mind about that. At least you have a real small house. And it's on a 30 by 20 if I'm not mistaken. So it's a pretty small lot. I still wanted to have space for a lake, so that's why I didn't choose the 20 by 15. But I really like the size of this one. I feel like it was perfect for everything I wanted to fit. So I hope you will like the rest of this video, because I don't have that much to say more than that. If you did enjoy it, you can leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on social medias. All the links will be down in the description. And you can download this build on the gallery. My ID is KamilaYtb. So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all an amazing day. Bye!
You've told me more than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention. You've got to know that I ain't a person who understands all the clockwork of our romance. You make me feel so alive, always there in my mind. But I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. I'm a rolling stone tonight, never to be settled. Though I know I can't deny your eyes, I've got this inner battle. I don't know how to act. I ain't a person who understands the commitments of a romance, but somehow I need you close. I'll go wherever you go. But I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put